everyone, it's Christina of CraftyPaws. I am so excited to be a guest designer for MarkerPOP. I love their store, I love their challenge vlog, and I have the honor of introducing this bi-weekly challenge, the first of the year. This is a color challenge and it's called Celebrate It. And I will put a link in the description box below to the challenge, so hopefully you guys will play along as well. So I decided I was going to make a card that celebrated life as we start 2017. And so I went into my stash and looked for characters that looked like they were having a great time dancing or just enthusiastic about life. So from left to right, I'll share with you guys all the stamp sets that I use to create this one layer card. That's right, it's all on one layer, other than the die cut word celebrate here. So this first one is a little teddy bear, and he is from the My Favorite Things Snuggle Bunnies, and it's this little guy right here. Then the next character over is this owl, which is Lily from Purple Onion Designs by Stacy Yakula. And then the next little guy here, it's a panda bear from the Mama Elephant Pandemonium stamp set. It's this little guy here. This little girl is actually from Make It Crafty, and it's a digital stamp, and I think they have rubber stamps as well, but it was out of stock, and I was waiting and waiting, and finally I just bit the bullet and got actually a series of really cute, funky dressed girls, and her name is Melody. Then this little bunny is also from the My Favorite Things Snuggle Bunny. It's this little cutie patootie right here. Then this little girl, I've had this stamp set for ages, and this was the first time I got a chance to color her up. It's this little sweet girl from Too Too Sweet by Penny Black. And I actually tried to color her up with a little bit darker skin too. So I was excited about trying that. That was super fun. And then lastly, it was another Mama Elephant stamp. This is from Arctic Penguins. And I colored up this little guy right here. And then to give the whole card an overall feeling of movement and energy, I decided I was going to do a checkerboard floor. And how I did that, I'll just describe it to you. I picked a point right about here, about 2/3 of the way down, and smack in the middle of the card. And I put a point there. And then along the base here, about an inch apart, I put a little dot. And I drew a horizon line, basically the end of the floor. And I just took a ruler and went from that point to the various 1 inch apart spots at the base of the card front and drew a line. And that gives a single point perspective, and that gives the proper kind of perspective to this floor. And I decided I was going to do a checkerboard floor like this, kind of hearkening to Dance Dance Revolution or like disco floors that light up. I just thought that would be fun. And then for the coloring, I use generally Copic markers, other than for the black areas. For the penguin and the panda bear, I used a Sakura glaze pen in black, and I like how that gives it just a bit of shine and a little bit of texture. And then for the background, so I stamped out all the characters, colored them up. I did a little bit of masking just so that the bunny would look like it's behind the two little girls a little bit. And then I was at a loss for how to complete the background. I didn't want to try masking because there's such fine areas where the girl's hair are, but I wanted to have something interesting. So what I decided to do was just kind of create my own background. And I thought it would be fun to have kind of a gold embossing for some extra shine. And then I also added little dots of gold stickles. So for the embossing, I used Ranger Queen's Gold embossing powder with Versamark ink. And I got all of these little stars or snowflakes, whatever you want to call them. And they're all from this Be Jolly Avery L stamp set. And I used all these tiny little snowflakes, and I stamped all of those out and heat embossed them so that they would have great shimmer and shine and a little tiny bit of dimension. And I really like how that came out. I think it makes for a really fun, lively background. And then lastly, with this girl's hands outstretched, I thought that would be a perfect place to die cut the word celebrate. This is from the Sizzix Script Celebration Words die set. And I die cut the word celebrate out of gold glitter cardstock. And because the word letters are so thin, I was able to kind of curve it around her head and stretch the word out so that it reached from her right hand to her left hand. And that's the whole card. I had so much fun making this little festive scene using all these different stamp sets. I hope you guys will go check out the MarkerPOP challenge and play along if you get a chance. Thanks for watching, everybody. Happy New Year, and I hope 2017 brings you much joy, good health, and lots of crafty adventures.